you can start. Hi everybody. I'm just gathering a couple of things before we start our feed for this morning. I got some new books. I won't share them with you today. I'm going to share them with you a different day. This is my cloud blankie. It's nice and fuzzy and warm, and it looks like clouds. So I'm going to read from my cloud blankie. These are my new books. 13 Moons on Turtle's Back. This is a book called Swirl by Swirl, Spirals in Nature. And these are two really neat books. This one's about the water walker, and we are water protectors. So those are books for other days. This week we've been reading books about gardens, or we've been talking about gardens all week this week. So I thought I would share some garden books. And Sunflower House by Eve Bunting is a story about how sunflowers grow really, really big and tall, and you can plant the seeds in a circle. I'm not going to read the whole book to you, but it's the story of how a little boy grows some sunflower seeds, and he puts them in the shape of a circle, and they start to grow and sprout, and before long he has a house made from all these sunflower vines. So that's a really interesting book to start a sunflower garden. Maybe in a couple weeks some of you could start a sunflower house. This is a book for kind of older kids, The Reason for a Flower. And I wonder if it has something to do with, on the cover of this book, there are some bubbly bees. And it talks about all kinds of different plants and how they grow. And there's some hummingbirds. So we'll probably read that a different time during this. This is a beautiful book. It's by our friend Eric Carle, and it's called The Tiny Seed. I love the picture of the sun on the back. If you look, the sun is smiling. Well, the two books we're going to read today, this one is an easy reader. It's from the my first reader, Hello Reader. And when I taught kindergarten, this is a book that my kids would read by the end of the year. We'd make sure that we could try and read as many of these words as we could by the end of the year. So we'll start with this one. Seeds Grow. And I love the little smiley worms down here on the bottom of the front cover. I don't know if you can see that. Seeds Grow. You can see this is a very loved book. It's also a rhyming book. We plant some seeds in the ground. We sprinkle water all around. Soon roots push out. See how they're under the ground, so you can't see them still. And then down, down, down. It's kind of like the seeds are making it so that they have their feet deep in the ground so they can stand up tall later. Little shoots now come out. Tiny little pieces of green. Then the shoots start to sprout. And if you look, there's wormies in this picture. And if you look, the worms are actually an important part of what's going on under the ground. Worms are actually pretty important microbeasts. They help the air get down into the soil. The leaves unfold one by one. Then buds grow up toward the sun. The petals unfold and turn to gold. Rain showers water the flowers. Bees buzz. Here here and there. Sweet smells fill the air. Pretty sunflowers are everywhere. Very simple little book, but it rhymes and it shows the importance of different parts, and it shows the parts of the flower. Remember, we sang our song about that on Monday. Flower, stem, leaves and roots, leaves and roots. Remember that? Flower, stems, leaves and roots, and all it takes is sun and showers, and the seed grows into a flower. And then I got faster and faster and faster. This is probably one of my all-time favorite planting books. And it's by Lois Ehlert. And if any of you are familiar, that would be a wonderful author for you to write down and keep, and maybe look at other books of hers, because the illustrations are beautiful. And she labels a lot of things in her pictures. But this is a beautiful, beautiful book. And my kindergartners and preschoolers, we would read this book and we would take it with us on field trips and find seeds and flowers for all the different colors of the rainbow. And then we'd find flower pots. And I have a picture of my classes, one of my classes actually taking flower pots and matching different colored flowers to the different flower pots. And we would plant a rainbow. Every year, Mom and I plant a rainbow. In the fall, we buy some bulbs and plant them in the ground. Bulbs are kind of big seeds that have their own food with them, and they are better to be planted in the fall. It takes them a little longer to germinate, which is kind of start popping out of their seed home. And so you need, in the fall, you can buy and plant some of your garden. And this one is an orange tiger lily bulb, red tulip bulb, orange tulip bulb, yellow daffodil bulb. We've talked a lot about daffodils this week. Blue hyacinth bulb. Hyacinths smell like beautiful spring smell. Purple crocus corm. Purple bearded iris rhizome, which is a kind of a bulb on a root. And that you're going to plant a little bit above the ground, and the rest of it goes down below the ground. But look how deep in the ground some of these bulbs have to be planted. We order seeds from catalogs and wait all winter long. And where we live, we have a very long winter that we wait. We wait for spring to warm the soil and sprout the bulbs. So the sun is out and it's getting warmer. And we talked about roots. And there's stems and sprouts coming out. The crocus is usually one of the first flowers of the spring to pop out. And there's some tulips. Oh, that tulip opened way up. And there's a daffodil. Remember we talked about the star shape and the little cup in the front? Then it's time to go to the garden center to select some seedlings. Sometimes it's easier to plant things if they've already gotten a head start. This is a rose, poppy, delphinium, violet, pansies, fern, carnations. We sow the seeds and set out the plants in the soil so they know right where their plants are going to go. There's some more new seeds that they planted. There's marigolds and zinnias. There's the fern. And watch the rainbow grow. Everything looks pretty green. The rose bush is starting to sprout even. And grow. And and grow. Look at that beautiful rainbow. There's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, purple. We have some red flowers. And orange flowers. Those are tiger lilies, which we have in my yard. And some yellow blooms. There's a daisy and marigold and different kinds of daffodils. We grow something green. Those are ferns. They have big fuzzy leaves. And some blue flowers. Morning glories are some of my favorites. Delphinium, oh, hyacinth is a really good smelling flower. And cornflowers. And some purple flowers too. Crocuses we have out in our front yard, and they've already bloomed. And phlox, and irises, and little violets. Violets grow wild here in Michigan. And asters, and pansies. Pansies are beautiful, and they're wonderful flowers. They attract hummingbirds. We used to have pansies on our deck, and our deck was very high in the air. And the pansies drew in the hummingbirds, and they would come and feed off of our pansies. All summer long, we pick them and bring them home. And when summer is over, we know we can grow our rainbow again next year. Do we have time for one more, Jamie, or no? Yep, we have time for one more story, maybe two. Let's read Sunflower House by Eve Bunting. Jamie actually has some little sunflower seeds growing inside, so he's got a couple sunflowers started already. Sunflower House. First I pull out all the weeds. Then I sow my sunflower seeds. It says to set them in a line, but Dad says round and round is fine. I give them water every day and shoo the pesky birds away. Birds love sunflower seeds, and so do squirrels. Go eat the berries on the tree. These sunflower seeds belong to me. And there's what's happening with the seed. The package says they're guaranteed. A mammoth flower grows from each seed. My friend Bernice says there's no way. You don't know everything I say. Wait. Here's what's going on with the seed. There's its roots. Flower isn't there yet, but there's the flower is coming up. Stem is like its back standing tall. There's its leaves, and there's the roots. The stems poke up, all ringed around a pale green circle in the ground. So there's all the stems in the beginning of a sunflower starting to be a circle.
Hey, like mine.
There you go. They're growing tall. They're growing fast.
Mm.
And oh my gosh! Sunflowers at last! Look how tall they are. All frilly yellow, big and bright. Mammoth is the word, all right. Mammoth means very, very, very big. Their petals open wide and spread a golden roof above my head. My friends come rushing down to see the sunflower house, hand-grown by me. There's lots of room inside for three. Mom brings us cookies and iced tea. But Mom and Dad can't fit at all. They're much too big and wide and tall. So there he is with his friends in his sunflower house. All summer long, the house is ours. We play in it for hours and hours. It's a castle, it's a cage. We're jungle beasts that roar and rage. There's some little ladybugs and a little caterpillar. My friends sleep out with me one night, bundled up and snuggled tight. Moon shadows shiver on the ground. The sunflowers whisper all around. They whisper songs of heat and rain and things too secret to explain. I see the stars play peekaboo and wish a wish that can't come true. You never know, wishes come true. One day, the leaves are tinged with brown. A flower comes tumbling, rumbling down. Next day, some more bend over and fall. And now there's not a house at all. You look at his clothes, he's wearing kind of warmer clothes. So I'm wondering if the seasons are changing. He's looking out his window at his sunflowers. We tie it up with string and sticks, but it's impossible to fix. It's gone. There's nothing we can do. Not even with the glue all glue. Wait! Look at, I wonder what he's doing. There's still the puffy middle part. That's filled with seeds, enough to start another sunflower house next spring with walls, a roof, and everything. It's neat to think when something's gone, a part of it goes on and on. It's such a super duper plan to pick out all the seeds we can. Our pockets bulge, the blue jays come, the sparrows, crows, they all take some. We still have lots and lots to share. Now be aware, prepare, take care. Next summer, they'll be everywhere. I think the seeds might have gotten out of their pockets maybe a little. Are you ready to go see if you can build a sunflower house? That looks like a fun project. Jamie just looked at his seeds and said, I only have 3. Maybe we need to get more seeds of sunflowers. So I hope you enjoyed our story time today. And I hope you enjoyed learning about gardens this week. Next week, I can't remember. I think we're talking about butterflies and caterpillars, but I'm not sure. We might be talking about bugs or toads or turtles or who knows what. So have a great weekend and maybe find a puzzle to do. Or maybe make your own puzzle. Did you know you can do that? And if you're having a birthday today, like my little girl, have a great birthday today. And if you're not having a birthday today, have a great day anyway. Take a walk. See what you can find. Maybe you can find some little green shoots coming up out of the ground. Maybe you can find some crocuses or daffodils or tulips or some of the other fun flowers we've been talking about in our gardens this week. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy. I'll see you guys next week, Monday, 10:30.